Imagine this. It's the dead of a brutal Siberian winter, 1959. You're huddled in a tent with your closest friends, miles from civilization, when suddenly panic erupts. Something unimaginable forces you to slash your way out from the inside, abandoning your clothes, your gear, everything, and bolt into the freezing night, barefoot in minus 30 degrees. You run for your life. But whatever's out there, it catches up. 9 experienced hikers, young, fit, full of adventure, vanish into the snow. When rescuers find them weeks later, the scene is straight out of a nightmare. Bodies scattered, skulls crushed, tongues missing, clothes radioactive. No survivors, no witnesses, and to this day, no answers. What could drive rational people to flee certain warmth for certain death? Was it a force of nature or something far more sinister? Welcome to the Dyatlov Pass Incident, one of the most baffling unsolved mysteries in history. Stick around, because by the end, you'll be questioning everything you thought you knew about survival. Hit that like button if you're already hooked. And let's dive in. It's January 1959, deep in the Soviet Union. A group of 10 students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnical Institute, all seasoned hikers, skiers, and adventurers, embark on what's supposed to be the trip of a lifetime. Led by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, an engineering whiz with a passion for the outdoors, they're aiming for a Category 3 hike, the toughest kind, through the unforgiving Ural Mountains. Their goal? Reach Otorten Mountain, about 300 kilometers north of Sverdlovsk. The team, Igor, the charismatic leader, Zenaida Kolmogorova, 22, tough and optimistic, Rustem Slobodin, 23, the musician of the group, Yuri Doroshenko, 21, the jokester, and others like Lyudmila Dubinina, 20, with her camera always ready, Alexander Kolovatov, 24, the nuclear physics student, and Semyon Zolotaryov, 38, the oldest and a Wobyofi vet with a mysterious past. One member, Yuri Yudin, turns back early due to illness. Lucky him, as he'll become the sole survivor. They document everything. Diaries full of excitement, photos of snowball fights and campfires. The weather is fine, morale is high, one entry reads. But as they push deeper into the wilderness, named Kholat Shakhl by locals, meaning dead mountain in the Mansi language, things start feeling off. Locals warn of ancient spirits, but these are rational Soviets. They laugh it off. By January 31st, they set up camp on a slope, not in the tree line for protection, but exposed. Why? We'll circle back to that. Their last photo, smiling faces, tents pitched. Then, silence. Fast forward to February 1st, 1959. Based on diaries and photos, the group eats dinner around 8 p.m. Macaroni, biscuits, hot tea. Nothing unusual. But sometime after 10 p.m., all hell breaks loose. Picture it. The wind howls like a beast outside. Inside the tent, 9 people sleep. Then, chaos. They don't unzip the door. They slash through the canvas with knives, ripping multiple holes to escape. They flee downhill toward a forest a mile away. Some in socks, others barefoot, leaving behind coats, boots, even an axe. Temperatures? Plummeting to minus 25 degrees Celsius with wind chill. Hypothermia sets in fast. Why run? No signs of struggle inside the tent. Food neatly packed. Valuables untouched. Footprints show they walked orderly at first, not stampeding in blind panic. But as they reach the trees, something changes. In the forest, they build a small fire. Branches broken by hand, no axe used. 2 bodies, Doroshenko and Krivonishenko, are found here later, fingers burned from desperately feeding the flames. But the fire dies. They strip branches for a den, digging into snow. 4 more, Dubinina, Zolotaryov, Kolovatov, and Thibaut Brignol, huddle in a ravine, perhaps falling or being thrown in. The rest, Slobodin, Kolmogorova, and Dyatlov himself, found midway back to the tent as if trying to return. All frozen solid. Rescuers aren't alarmed until mid-February when the group misses check-ins. On February 26th, searchers spot the tent from a helicopter, collapsed, covered in snow, but with those eerie slashes. Inside, everything orderly, except for the panic exit. A flashlight on the tent, still working. Footprints lead away, 9 sets, no outsiders. First bodies. The 2 by the fire, hypothermic, but with odd burns and gray foam from mouths. Then the 3 en route to the tent. Dyatlov clutching a branch, Slobodin with a skull fracture but no external wound, like a massive blow from inside. Months later, in May when snow melts, the Ravine 4, crushed chests like a car crash, but no broken skin. Dubinina? Missing her tongue, eyes, part of her face, possibly post-mortem, but why? And radiation, low levels on some clothes, unexplained. Autopsies, no poison, no alcohol beyond traces. Injuries inconsistent with falls or fights. One doctor notes, force comparable to a car accident, but no vehicle tracks. And the tent's location? On a slope prone to something. But what? The official Soviet verdict? A compelling natural force. Case closed. Files classified for decades. But that didn't stop the theories. Let's break them down, starting with the sane ones. Theory 1, avalanche. In 2021, Swiss scientists modeled a slab avalanche, a delayed snowslide triggered by wind and their tent cuts in the slope. It buries the tent partially, panicking them out. Explains injuries? Maybe the ravine fall. But critics say no avalanche debris, tent not buried deep, and why not dig out gear? Theory 2, infrasound panic. Wind through the mountains creates low-frequency sounds, inducing fear and hallucinations, like a natural horror soundtrack driving them mad. Theory 3, katabatic winds, hurricane-force gusts slamming the tent, forcing evacuation. Now the wild ones, military cover-up. Nearby tests, rocket mishap, radiation from a secret weapon, Zolotaryov, the vet, maybe a spy, orange lights seen in the sky, UFOs or missiles. Supernatural, Yeti attack. A photo shows a blurry figure, Mansi curse on Dead Mountain. Or paranormal entities given the forbidden zone. And the creepiest? Paradoxical undressing, hypothermic victim strip, explaining nudity. But the tongue? Animal scavenging? Or something else? What do you think? Comment below. Avalanche or alien? 66 years later, the Dyatlov Pass Incident haunts us because it's a reminder. Nature, or whatever lurks in the shadows, can turn deadly in an instant. In 2019, Russia reopened the case, concluding avalanche. But doubts linger. The hiker's family still seek closure. Yudin, the survivor, said, "If I could ask God one question, it'd be, what happened to my friends?" Thanks for watching this deep dive into the unknown. If this chilled you to the bone, subscribe for more unsolved horrors. Next up, the Hinterkaifeck murders. Drop your theories in the comments. Share with a friend who loves mysteries, and remember, next time you're camping, listen to the wind.